Focus on good English input. One of the most powerful ways to improve your fluency is through input, specifically listening and reading in English. Language is learned through exposure, so you need to surround yourself with good English input every day. The more you listen and read, the faster you'll start absorbing the language. Listening is particularly important. It's not only about understanding words, but about getting a feel for how English is spoken, how sentences flow, the rhythm of the language, and the way words are pronounced. Think about how you learned your native language. You listened to others speak it long before you could speak it yourself. Similarly, by listening to English as much as possible, you'll start to internalize its patterns. You can listen to podcasts, watch movies, TV shows, YouTube videos, or even music in English. Choose topics that interest you, so it feels less like studying and more like entertainment. Over time, you'll notice that you're able to understand more, and this will naturally help you when it comes to speaking. Reading is the second form of input. When you read, you get to see how words are written, how sentences are constructed, and how ideas are communicated in a more formal way. Start with simple texts, like children's books or easy news articles, and gradually work your way up to more complex material as you become more comfortable. Reading will reinforce your vocabulary and grammar and help you feel more confident with written English. Step 4. Consistent speaking practice. Now that you've started speaking and listening, it's time to take your speaking skills to the next level with consistent practice. Fluency doesn't happen overnight, and practicing every day is key to making progress. But here's an important tip. Practice with a purpose. It's not enough to just speak. You need to make sure your practice sessions are focused and productive. Set specific goals for each practice session. For example, one day you might focus on describing your day in English. Another day, you might practice speaking about a specific topic, like your favorite hobby or an experience you had. One method I highly recommend is the mirror talk technique, where you practice speaking to yourself in the mirror. This might sound strange at first, but it's incredibly effective. By looking at yourself while you speak, you can practice your pronunciation, facial expressions, and even body language, just like you would in a real conversation. Plus, it builds confidence because you're talking out loud without the pressure of speaking to another person. Another important tip is to incorporate shadowing. Shadowing involves listening to a native speaker and repeating what they say in real time. This helps you improve your pronunciation, intonation, and speed. You can shadow YouTube videos, movies, or podcasts. It's a powerful way to practice speaking and listening at the same time. Don't forget that fluency comes from practice, so commit to speaking every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. The more you practice, the closer you'll get to your goal of becoming fluent in English. Step 5. Master basic grammar. Many learners either over-focus on grammar or try to avoid it entirely. But to become fluent in English, you need a balanced approach. Basic grammar is essential for forming correct sentences and communicating clearly, but you don't need to become a grammar expert. Think of grammar as the framework that supports your sentences. Without understanding some basic grammar rules, you'll struggle to form proper sentences, which can make your speaking sound hesitant or unclear. The good news is, you don't need to learn every single grammar rule out there. Focus on the basics, like how to use present, past, and future tenses, as well as basic sentence structures. For example, understanding how to use simple sentences like I am, he does, or they have, will give you the confidence to speak without worrying too much about making mistakes. Once you have these structures down, you'll be able to form more complex sentences naturally over time. If grammar feels overwhelming, start with small, manageable lessons. I have a series of videos on basic grammar, designed specifically for learners who want to improve their spoken English. Check them out if you want to strengthen your grammar foundation. Bonus step: focus on all 4 skills. To truly become fluent in English, you need to focus on all 4 skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Each of these skills supports the others, and together they will help you achieve well-rounded fluency. Listening. Listen to English as much as you can. This could be through podcasts, audiobooks, TV shows, or conversations with native speakers. The more you listen, the more your brain will naturally absorb the language. Speaking. Speaking is your ultimate goal, and it's something you should practice daily. Find a language partner, speak to yourself, or even record yourself speaking and play it back to see how you can improve. Reading. Read anything and everything that interests you in English. Books, blogs, news articles. These will help you expand your vocabulary and improve your understanding of grammar and sentence structure. Writing. Writing will help reinforce everything you learn, and it's a skill that often gets overlooked. Keep a journal in English or write short stories. Writing gives you time to think about the words you're using and helps you practice forming sentences in a structured way. And there you have it. My 5 essential steps to going from 0 to fluent in English. Remember, fluency is a journey, and every step you take is progress toward your goal. By focusing on survival English, speaking from day 1, listening and reading regularly, practicing consistently, and mastering basic grammar, you'll be well on your way to becoming fluent. Before we wrap up, let me know in the comments below what your biggest challenge is in learning English, and I'll try to address it in future videos. And of course, if you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more English learning tips and lessons. Keep practicing, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video.
Hello everyone, welcome to Speak Up English. My name is George, and I am very happy that you are here today. In this video, we are going to talk about our morning routines. A morning routine is a set of activities that you do when you wake up. It can include many simple actions like getting up, washing your face, eating breakfast, and more. Talking about your morning habits is very useful for everyday English. When you discuss what you do in the morning, you learn many common words and phrases. You will use words like get up, sleep in, oversleep, morning person, and skip. These words help you describe your day and make your conversation more natural. Learning these expressions will help you speak with more confidence and understand others better. I will share my own morning routine and explain some useful tips for you. I hope that by watching this video, you will learn new vocabulary and find it easier to talk about your daily life in English. Please stay with me until the end, as I will give you many useful tips and explain all the key words. Let's begin our journey to better English together. A morning routine is a series of actions that you do every morning when you wake up. It is the start of your day. A good routine helps you prepare for the day ahead and gives you energy. When you have a set routine, you know what to expect, and your mind is ready to work. Mornings are important because they give you a fresh start. Every morning, you have a new chance to begin again. When you wake up, it is like a clean page. You can decide what you want to do and plan your day. For me, the morning is a calm time when the world is quiet. I enjoy having a cup of tea and thinking about my goals before the day becomes busy. This time helps me feel peaceful and ready. Many people follow similar activities in the morning. For example, most people get up and brush their teeth. They take a shower, dress up, and prepare breakfast. Some people eat toast, eggs, or cereal. Others read the news, listen to music, or take a short walk. These common activities are important because they help you wake up and start the day with energy. A well-planned morning routine can make your whole day better. It helps you feel organized and reduces stress. When you know what you are going to do, you can work more easily and have more time for other activities. A routine is like a small ritual that makes you feel calm and focused. In this video, we will talk about morning routines and share ideas to help you start your day in a positive way. I will also introduce some useful vocabulary that you can use to talk about your morning habits. By understanding these ideas, you will learn how a good routine can improve your English and make your day smoother. Please stay with me until the end. You will learn many helpful tips and new words that will make talking about your morning routine easier. Let us continue and explore the benefits of having a morning routine. Key Vocabulary Introduction. In this section, we will learn some important words about morning routines. These words help you talk about what you do when you wake up and start your day. Knowing these words will make your conversations easier and clearer. Let's look at each word one by one. Get up definition. Get up means to leave your bed when you wake up. Usage. You can say, I get up at 7 o'clock every morning. When you get up, you stand and start your day. This word is used to talk about the moment when you leave your bed. Sleep in definition. Sleep in means to stay in bed longer than you usually do, especially on weekends or days off. Usage. For example, you might say, on Sundays I like to sleep in. This means you do not get up early on those days. It is a relaxed way of starting the day. Oversleep definition. Oversleep means to wake up later than you planned, often by accident. Usage. You might say, I overslept this morning and missed the bus. This word is used when you sleep too long and it causes a problem, like being late. Morning person definition. A morning person is someone who enjoys the morning and has a lot of energy at the start of the day. Usage. For example, my friend is a morning person. She wakes up early and goes for a run. This term describes someone who feels good and active in the morning. Skip breakfast. Definition. Skip breakfast means to not eat breakfast, even if you usually should. Usage. You might say, sometimes I skip breakfast if I am in a hurry. This word is used to explain when you do not eat your morning meal. Often it is not recommended because breakfast is important to start the day. By learning these words and how to use them, you will be able to talk about your morning routine with ease. These words are part of everyday English, and using them will help you understand and share your daily habits. As you watch this video, try to remember these words. Later we will see them again in examples and conversations. Describing a personal morning routine. I would like to tell you about my morning routine. Every day I get up at 7 a.m. When my alarm rings, I wake up immediately and get up without delay. I do not like to sleep in because I want to start my day early and feel energetic. However, on weekends I sometimes sleep in a little bit, but I always try to wake up on time. After I get up, I brush my teeth and wash my face with warm water. I then take a quick shower to help me feel fresh. Once I am dressed, I go to the kitchen to make breakfast. I never skip breakfast because it is very important for my energy. Usually I have toast with marmalade and a cup of tea. Sometimes, if I have not slept well, I worry that I might oversleep. But I always try to avoid this because breakfast helps me start my day right. I consider myself a morning person because I enjoy the calm of the early hours. The quiet of the morning gives me time to plan my day. After breakfast, I check the weather on my phone and choose the right clothes for the day. For example, if it is sunny, I might plan to take a walk in the park later. If it is raining, I prefer to stay at home and read a book. During my morning, I also talk to myself in English. I ask simple questions like, "What will I do today?" and answer them in English. For example, I say, "I will study English and then go to work." This practice helps me think in English and makes me more confident when I speak with others. I enjoy my morning routine because it helps me feel organized and calm. Each day, I take a few moments to plan my day, check my schedule, and set my goals. This habit makes my day more productive and helps me improve my English naturally. By following this routine, I learn many common words and phrases. I learn words like get up, sleep in, oversleep, morning person, and skip breakfast. Using these words in my daily routine makes them easier to remember and use in conversations. This routine is simple, but it makes a big difference. A good morning routine gives me a fresh start every day. I feel ready to face challenges and learn new things. I hope that by sharing my routine, you will feel inspired to create your own routine that helps you practice English every day. Thank you for listening to my story about my morning routine. I hope you can try some of these ideas and find a routine that works for you. Discussing variations in morning habits. Morning routines can change from day to day. On some days you may wake up early and follow a strict routine. On other days you might sleep in or even oversleep by accident. These differences are normal and depend on many factors in our daily lives. For example, on a working day, you may set your alarm to wake up at 7 a.m. You get up, brush your teeth, have breakfast, and then leave for work. However, on weekends, you might choose to sleep in a little longer to rest. On a weekend, you may wake up at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. because you do not have to go to work. This change in your routine helps you relax and enjoy your free time. Sometimes, even on a working day, you might oversleep. Oversleeping means you wake up later than you planned. When you oversleep, you might feel rushed and not have enough time for your usual morning activities. This can make you miss your bus or even be late for work. Oversleeping happens by accident and is a reminder that our routine can sometimes change unexpectedly. Another common variation is skipping breakfast. On some days, you might not feel hungry when you wake up, or you might be in a hurry and do not have time to eat. Skipping breakfast can happen for many reasons, but it is important to try to eat something because breakfast gives you energy for the day. Sometimes, if you skip breakfast, you may feel tired later in the morning. These variations show that a morning routine does not have to be the same every day. It is normal for your routine to change because each day is different. Some days you follow your routine exactly. Other days you adjust your routine to fit your needs, like sleeping in a little or skipping breakfast when you are not hungry. Remember, even if your morning routine changes, you can always learn from these experiences. If you oversleep or skip breakfast, you can plan to do things differently the next day. The important thing is to keep trying and to make your morning routine work for you. Every day is a new chance to start fresh and improve your habits. Practical tips for a better morning. A good morning routine can set the tone for the rest of your day. In this section, we will share many practical tips that can help you improve and maintain a positive morning routine. These tips are simple and effective, and they will help you wake up on time, prepare well for the day ahead, and enjoy a healthy breakfast. Let's explore these ideas in detail. Waking up on time. Set a consistent wake-up time. Choose a specific time to wake up every day. This helps train your body clock. Even on weekends, try to keep a similar wake-up time. This consistency makes it easier for you to get up naturally. Place your alarm away from your bed. If you keep your alarm clock far from your bed, you must get up to turn it off. This simple trick makes it less likely for you to snooze and go back to sleep. Prepare for the next day. Before going to bed, decide what time you need to wake up and plan your morning tasks. This preparation can help you fall asleep more easily and make your morning less stressful. Preparing for the day plan. A short morning routine. Create a list of basic tasks to do every morning, such as washing your face, brushing your teeth, and getting dressed. This list helps your brain know what to expect. Include a quick stretch or exercise. Some light stretching or a short walk can help wake up your body. Even a few minutes of movement can boost your energy levels. Review your day. Take a few moments to look over your schedule. Knowing what you will do later helps you feel more organized and less anxious about the day ahead. Having a healthy breakfast. Eat a balanced breakfast. Breakfast is important because it gives you energy. Try to include some protein, such as eggs or yogurt, and some fruits or whole grains. Keep it simple. If you are in a hurry, plan a quick breakfast, such as a piece of fruit, a slice of toast, or a cereal bar. A healthy breakfast does not need to be complicated. Prepare the night before. To save time in the morning, you can prepare part of your breakfast the night before. For example, you might set out a bowl of cereal or make a smoothie and keep it in the fridge. Trying small changes. Experiment with your routine. Try making small changes to see what works best for you. Maybe you want to wake up 10 minutes earlier or have a different breakfast on weekends. Notice how these changes make you feel. Keep a journal. Write down what you do each morning and how you feel. This will help you see improvements over time and find the best routine for your needs. Share your experience. Think about how you can improve your routine gradually. It is very helpful to share your experiences with others, so consider discussing your routine with friends or family. You might learn new ideas from them too. Remember, a good morning routine does not have to be perfect every day. Sometimes you may oversleep or skip a step, but the key is to keep trying. Small, consistent changes can have a big impact over time. The more you practice a healthy routine, the easier it becomes to start your day with energy and a positive mindset. Try these tips and see which ones work best for you. Experiment with different strategies and do not be afraid to adjust your routine as your needs change. With time and practice, you will create a morning routine that helps you feel organized, happy, and ready to face the day. Now let's continue to the next part of our lesson, where we will learn how to speed up your thinking in English. Vocabulary, recap, and usage. Let's review the key vocabulary we have learned about our morning routines. These words are very useful when you talk about your day. I will give you 1 or 2 example sentences for each word. After that, I invite you to write your own sentences using these words. This will help you remember their meanings and use them in everyday conversation. 1. Get up definition. To leave your bed when you wake up. Example 1. I get up at 7 o'clock every morning. Example 2. She gets up early to go for a walk. 2. Sleep in definition. To stay in bed longer than usual, especially on weekends. Example 1. On Sundays I like to sleep in. Example 2. He often sleeps in when there is no work. 3rd, oversleep. Definition. To wake up later than you planned, usually by mistake. Example 1. I overslept and missed my bus this morning. Example 2. Sometimes, if I do not set my alarm, I oversleep. 4. Morning person. Definition. Someone who likes the morning and has a lot of energy early in the day. Example 1. My friend is a morning person. She always wakes up early and exercises. Example 2. Being a morning person means you enjoy the quiet and fresh start of the day. 5. Skip breakfast. Definition. To not eat breakfast, even though you normally would. Example 1. I sometimes skip breakfast if I am very busy. Example 2. He skipped breakfast because he was not hungry when he woke up. Now it is your turn. Please write your own sentences using these words. You can share them in the comments below. By practicing, you will soon feel more comfortable talking about your morning routines in English. In this video, we learned about the importance of a morning routine and how it can help improve your English. We talked about the benefits of having a good morning routine, such as starting your day with energy and being more organized. We also introduced key vocabulary words like get up, sleep in, oversleep, morning person, and skip breakfast. And we saw examples of how to use these words in everyday conversation. We discussed many practical tips for making your mornings better. We learned that a routine helps you wake up on time, prepare for the day, and have a healthy breakfast. We also saw that making small changes in your routine and using English during your daily activities can build your confidence and help you speak more naturally. Remember, talking about your morning habits is very useful for improving your English. It helps you learn common words and phrases, and it makes your speaking more fluent. The more you practice describing your day, the better you will become at using English in real life. Now, I would love to hear from you. Please share in the comments what you do in the morning. Do you get up early, or do you sometimes sleep in? What does your morning routine look like? Also, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to Speak Up English for more useful content to help you learn and speak English. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye. Hello everyone, and welcome to Speak Up English. My name is George, and I am very happy you are here today. In this video, we are going to talk about food shopping. Today, our topic is food shopping, and I will share some very useful vocabulary and a key grammar tip related to food items. I will explain words such as shopping list and staple, and I will also show you how to talk about food using proper grammar. This is very helpful if you go to the supermarket, order food, or simply talk about meals with friends. Talking about food shopping is useful for everyday English because it helps you learn common words and phrases that you use in daily life. When you learn these words, you can express your ideas more clearly. You will feel more confident when you speak about your routine, and it will help you understand others better. Please watch until the end of the video, as I will give you helpful tips, clear examples, and practice exercises for the vocabulary. Thank you for joining me on this journey to improve your English. Let us begin. A shopping list is a written list of everything you want to buy. It is a simple tool that helps you remember the items you need. When you have a shopping list, you do not forget the food or other products you need to purchase at the supermarket. This keeps you organized and saves time. Many people go food shopping on a regular basis, often once a week. They make a list that includes both staple foods and extras. Staple foods are the basic items that you buy every week, such as bread, rice, and pasta. Extras are items that you may not need every week, such as a special treat or a new snack. A regular food shopping routine might involve planning your meals for the week and writing down the ingredients you need. For example, you might plan to make pasta one night and a salad on another day. When you write a shopping list, you include the basic items and any additional products you want. This routine helps you stay organized and ensures you have everything you need. Using a shopping list is very helpful in everyday life. It makes your shopping trips faster and more efficient. You can avoid making many trips to the supermarket by planning ahead. A good shopping list also helps you stick to your budget and avoid buying things you do not need. In summary, understanding what a shopping list is and how it works is very important. A shopping list keeps you organized, helps you remember what to buy, and supports your regular food shopping routine. Now that we have set the context, let us move on to learning some key vocabulary related to food shopping. Key vocabulary section. In this section, we will learn some important words that we use when we talk about food shopping. These words help you describe what you need to buy and how to talk about food. I will introduce each term, give a simple definition, and provide one or two example sentences to show how they are used in everyday conversation. Shopping list definition. A shopping list is a written list of everything you want to buy. Example 1. I write a shopping list before I go to the supermarket. Example 2. My shopping list helps me remember all the items I need for the week. Staple definition. A staple is a basic or common food that people buy regularly, such as bread, rice, or pasta. Example 1. Bread is a staple food in my household. Example 2. We always buy rice and pasta because they are staples in our diet. Bag definition. A bag is a container made of paper or plastic that holds food items. Example 1. I bought a bag of potatoes at the market. Example 2. Please put the apples in a bag. Jar definition. A jar is a glass container with a lid, used for storing food like honey or jam. Example 1. I keep a jar of marmalade in my kitchen. Example 2. She bought a jar of honey from the farmer's market. Loaf. Definition. A loaf is a shaped mass of bread that is baked as a single piece. Example 1. We usually buy a loaf of bread every week. Example 2. He sliced the loaf of bread for breakfast. Tin definition. A tin is a metal container used to store food such as tuna. Example 1. I need to buy a tin of tuna for dinner. Example 2. There is a tin of soup on the shelf. Box definition. A box is a container, often made of cardboard, used for packaging food items like cereal. Example 1. She bought a box of cereal at the store. Example 2. A box of biscuits is on the table. Countable and uncountable nouns. Definition: countable nouns are items that can be counted. For example, you can have 1 apple, 2 apples, or many apples. Uncountable nouns are items that are not counted individually. For example, water, rice, and bread are uncountable. You do not say 2 waters or 3 breads without a measure. Example 1. Countable. I bought 3 apples and 4 bananas. Example 2. Uncountable. I need some rice and a little bit of sugar. Understanding these terms is very useful when you talk about food shopping. They help you to describe what you buy and how it is packaged. By using these words in everyday conversation, you will be able to explain your shopping habits clearly and correctly. Take a moment to practice these words. Try to write or say a sentence for each term, and soon they will become a natural part of your vocabulary. Grammar Tip Section. In this section, we will look at some important grammar tips related to food. Many food items are uncountable nouns, while others are countable. Understanding this difference will help you speak more clearly and accurately about food in everyday English. Uncountable nouns in food. Many common food items such as pasta, rice, and bread are uncountable nouns. This means that you cannot count them directly without using a unit of measurement. Instead of saying 1 pasta or 2 breads, we use specific words to describe the quantity or packaging. For example, we say a bag of pasta rather than 1 pasta. We say a jar of honey instead of 1 honey. We say a loaf of bread to count bread because bread by itself is uncountable. Similarly, we say a tin of tuna or a box of cereal to describe these items. These expressions help us to talk about quantities when the food itself is uncountable, using quantifiers with uncountable nouns. With uncountable nouns, you can also use quantifiers such as some to indicate an unspecified amount. For example, I need some rice for dinner. We have some bread left for lunch. Using some is a natural way to refer to food that you cannot count, and it shows that you are talking about a part of the whole. Countable nouns in food. Other food items, such as apples and bananas, are countable nouns. This means you can count them one by one. You can say, I bought 1 apple, or I bought 5 apples. She ate 2 bananas today. Countable nouns do not need a unit of measurement because you can use numbers directly with them. Foods that can be both countable and uncountable. Some foods are unique because they can be used as both countable and uncountable nouns, depending on the context. A common example is chicken. When you talk about parts of chicken, such as the meat you eat, you would say, I would like some chicken for dinner. Here, chicken is uncountable because you refer to an amount of meat. When you refer to a whole chicken as an item in a shop, you would say, I want to buy a chicken. In this case, the chicken is countable because you are referring to one entire bird. Understanding the dual nature of certain food items is very useful. It helps you to know which form to use when you are shopping or discussing meals with others. Why these tips are important. Learning the difference between countable and uncountable nouns in food is essential for speaking about your daily life accurately. When you go to the supermarket, for example, you might need to ask for a bag of pasta or check the price of a tin of tuna. Knowing how to use quantifiers like some also makes your conversation sound more natural. By understanding these grammar rules, you can avoid common mistakes. For instance, saying I bought 2 breads would sound odd, so instead you use the correct phrase, a loaf of bread. These tips help you express yourself clearly and help others understand you without confusion. Take your time to practice these expressions in everyday conversation. Try to use them when you talk about what you buy at the supermarket or when you discuss your meals. With practice, using these grammatical structures will become natural and will improve your overall fluency in English. Now that you understand how countable and uncountable nouns work in the context of food, we will move on to the next section where I share my personal experience and opinion on food shopping. Personal experience opinion. In this section, I want to share my personal food shopping routine with you. I usually go food shopping twice a week. I always make sure to plan my meals for the week before I leave home. This planning helps me know exactly what I need to buy. I always use a shopping list. A shopping list is a written note of all the items I want to purchase. I write down everything from fresh fruits and vegetables to staples like pasta, rice, and bread. This list is very important because it helps me remember what I need and keeps me organized when I am in the supermarket. Every week, I always buy some staple foods. For example, I never forget to get a loaf of bread, a bag of pasta, or a packet of rice. These are basic foods that I use to make many meals. I also buy extra items like milk, eggs, and fresh produce, depending on what meals I plan to cook. One personal tip that works well for me is to organize my shopping list by sections of the supermarket. I divide my list into parts, such as dairy products, bakery items, fruits and vegetables, and packaged goods. This makes my shopping trip much faster and more efficient because I do not have to wander around the store. I can go directly to each section and find what I need. Another strategy I use is meal planning. Before I go shopping, I think about what I will cook each day. For example, on Monday, I might plan to make pasta with tomato sauce. On Tuesday, I might make a salad with fresh vegetables. This way, I know exactly which ingredients to buy. It also helps me stick to a budget and avoid buying things that I do not need. I find that having a clear shopping routine makes the experience less stressful. I enjoy going to the supermarket because I am well prepared and know what to expect. This routine not only saves time, but also helps me maintain a healthy lifestyle. I hope that by sharing my routine, you can learn some useful tips to improve your own food shopping habits. Think about how planning and organizing your shopping list can make your day easier. I would love for you to try these strategies and see the difference they make. Thank you for listening to my personal experience with food shopping. In the next section, we will discuss some practical tips for food shopping that you can use every day. Practical tips for food shopping. Food shopping can be easier and more efficient if you plan ahead. Here are some useful tips to help you make your shopping trips smoother. Making an effective shopping list. One of the best ways to be organized is to create a clear shopping list before you go to the supermarket. To make a good list, try these steps. Write down all the items you need. Organize the list by food groups or by the sections of the supermarket. For example, make separate sections for dairy products, bakery items, fruits and vegetables, and packaged goods. Check your pantry or fridge to see what you already have. This way, you only buy what you need. Deciding what to buy. When you plan your meals, you can decide what staples and seasonal items to buy. Staple foods are basic items that you use in many meals, like bread, rice, pasta, or potatoes. Seasonal items are fruits and vegetables that are fresh at this time of year. They are usually cheaper and taste better. Think about the meals you want to prepare during the week. This will help you choose the right ingredients and avoid buying unnecessary items. Reading food labels. Food labels in English can be very helpful when you shop. Here are some tips. Look for information on the package, such as the quantity, expiry date, and nutritional information. Learn common words on labels, such as net weight, ingredients, pack, or per pack. If you see a word you do not know, write it down and look it up later. This will help you improve your vocabulary. Time-saving strategies. To save time and make your shopping trip more efficient, try these ideas. Plan your shopping trip by preparing your list the night before. This means you can start your day with a clear plan. Check for deals before you go. Many supermarkets have online flyers with discounts and special offers. Stick to your list. This helps you avoid wandering around and spending too much time looking at items you do not need. Organize your route in the store. If your list is divided by supermarket sections, you can go directly to each area and finish shopping faster. By following these practical tips, you can save time, stay organized, and make sure you always buy what you need. A well-planned food shopping trip makes your day easier and helps you focus on other important tasks. Vocabulary recap and usage. Let us now review the key vocabulary we have learned about food shopping. These words are very useful when talking about what you buy at the supermarket. I will repeat each term with its simple definition and give 1 or 2 example sentences to help you understand how to use them in everyday conversation. Shopping list. Definition. A shopping list is a written list of everything you want to buy. Example 1. I always make a shopping list before I go to the supermarket. Example 2. My shopping list helps me remember all the food I need for the week. Staple definition. A staple is a basic or common food that you buy often, such as bread, rice, or pasta. Example 1. Bread is a staple in my household. Example 2. Rice and pasta are staples in many diets. Bag definition. A bag is a container used to carry food items, usually made of paper or plastic. Example 1. I bought a bag of potatoes at the market. Example 2. Please put the apples in a bag. Jar definition. A jar is a glass container with a lid used for storing food like honey or jam. Example 1. There is a jar of marmalade on the kitchen shelf. Example 2. She bought a jar of honey from the local store. Loaf definition. A loaf is a shaped mass of bread that is baked as a single piece. Example 1. I always buy a loaf of bread every week. Example 2. Can you slice the loaf of bread for our breakfast? Tin definition. A tin is a metal container that holds food such as tuna or soup. Example 1. I need to buy a tin of tuna for my sandwich. Example 2. There is a tin of soup on the counter. Box definition. A box is a container, often made of cardboard, used for items like cereal. Example 1. She purchased a box of cereal for breakfast. Example 2. The store has many boxes of biscuits on sale. Countable and uncountable nouns. Definition. Countable nouns are items that you can count. For example, 1 apple or 2 apples. Uncountable nouns are items that you cannot count by themselves. For example, you would say some rice or a little water. Example 1. Countable. I bought 3 apples from the market. Example 2. Uncountable. I need some rice for dinner. Now it is your turn. Please write your own sentences using these words in the comments. Practicing with your own examples will help you remember their meanings and use them naturally in conversation. Conclusion. To sum up, using a shopping list is very important when you go food shopping. It helps you remember what to buy and keeps you organized. We also learned key vocabulary such as shopping list, staple, bag, jar, loaf, tin, box, and the difference between countable and uncountable nouns. Knowing the grammar rules for food items helps you speak clearly and correctly. Talking about your food shopping and routine can improve your everyday English conversation. When you use these words and phrases, you feel more confident and you speak more naturally. This makes it easier to talk with friends, order food at the restaurant, or ask questions at the supermarket. Now, I would like to hear from you. Please share in the comments what items are always on your shopping list, or tell us about your food shopping habits. Your experiences can help others learn too. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Speak Up English for more useful content to help you learn and speak English. Thank you very much for watching this video. Practice these new words every day and try to use them in your conversations. I hope you find these tips helpful and that they make your food shopping experience easier. Goodbye and see you in the next video. Hello everyone and welcome to Speak Up English. My name is George and I am very glad you are here today. In this video, we are going to talk about hobbies and free time activities. Today, I will explain some useful vocabulary and share practical tips to help you discuss your hobbies in everyday conversation. Talking about your hobbies is very useful. It helps you speak with friends, plan activities, and even meet people who like the same things as you. When you can talk about what you do in your free time, you make your conversation more interesting and natural. It is also a good way to learn new words and phrases that you can use in many situations. Please stay with me until the end of this video. I will give you many examples and useful tips to improve your English. Thank you for watching, and let us begin our lesson on talking about hobbies and free time. A hobby is an activity that you enjoy doing in your free time. People have hobbies to relax and have fun. Hobbies can be simple activities like reading a book or more creative ones like painting. They help you express your personality and show what you are interested in. Many people use their hobbies as a way to relax and reduce stress after a busy day. For example, some people enjoy playing musical instruments such as the guitar or piano. Others like to sing in a choir because it makes them feel happy and connected with others. Some people prefer to exercise, like running or doing yoga, to keep their bodies healthy. There are even those who try unusual hobbies, like baking bread, which can be fun and interesting. Every person has different hobbies. A hobby can be quiet, like writing in a diary, or active, like playing football. When you talk about your hobbies, you show a part of who you are and what you love to do. I invite you to think about your own hobbies and free time activities. What do you enjoy doing after work or at the weekend? Whether it is cooking, gardening, or watching films, your hobby is a unique part of your life. In this video, we will discuss more about hobbies and introduce useful vocabulary to help you talk about your free time. Keep thinking about your own interests as we continue. Key vocabulary introduction. In this section, we will learn some important words about frequency. These words help you talk about how often you do something in your free time. Today we will learn 3 key terms: weekly, monthly, and regularly. Weekly definition. Weekly means something that happens every week. Example 1. I go to the supermarket weekly. Example 2. I practice the guitar weekly. Monthly definition. Monthly means something that happens every month. Example 1. I receive a magazine monthly. Example 2. My family has a dinner party monthly. Regularly definition. Regularly means something that happens often or as part of a routine. Example 1. I exercise regularly. Example 2. I read regularly to improve my English. These words are very useful in everyday conversation. They help you describe your routines and habits clearly. Try to use these terms when you talk about your schedule or hobbies. I would like to share with you my free time routine. I have several hobbies that I enjoy when I am not working. Every week I attend choir practice every Monday because I love to sing with my friends. This is a weekly activity that makes my mornings very cheerful. Sometimes I play the guitar. I do not play it every day, but I try to play it regularly, maybe 2 or 3 times a week. On some days I feel very inspired and practice for a long time. Other days I may not play at all. This shows that my guitar practice is not fixed, but I do it often as part of my routine. In addition to these hobbies, I also like to go for a run. I try to run regularly to stay fit, even if it is only a short run around my neighborhood. I also enjoy reading. I read a book every evening before bed, which helps me relax and learn new words. Once a month, I join a local book club. This is a monthly event where I can discuss a book with other people. I find it very interesting to talk about the stories and share my opinions. These activities, choir practice, playing the guitar, running, reading, and joining a book club, help me enjoy my free time and improve my English. I use the words weekly, monthly, and regularly to explain how often I do these activities. By talking about my hobbies, I can speak more naturally about my everyday life. Now that I have shared my personal routine, think about your own free time. What hobbies do you enjoy? Feel free to share your activities in the comments.